empaths and all the real ones, your mind's damaged after narcissistic abuse. You really think you know what you want. Like, you try your hardest in all certain, like, to fix things, to go through this, and things don't line up the way you plan them. You've got all these kind of ideas in your head. You're still latched onto the shared fantasy that you have with a narcissist, this vision, this shared vision that you have with a narcissist, and you don't realize that the very things that you are trying to seek so desperately is actually counterproductive. It's not beneficial for your life. And I know this. I'm a testament to that. Like, many people I've spoken to have seen it after they've come in a place of thinking they want A, B, and C from the narcissist, or they want something to happen. It could be you want a conversation with them. It could be you want to see them suffer. It could be, and there's a lot of reasons why you don't see these things. For example, the seeing them suffer too soon. I'm telling you, when you're emotionally involved with someone, a family member, friend, or romantic partner, like, you can feel a sense of loyalty and devotion towards this individual. If you see them go through an unfortunate circumstance too soon, you're not healed enough, all right? And it's not good to see that, maybe, right? Maybe that's what God's saying, the universe is saying, like, it's not good to see that right now. Karma's saying, like, don't see it, because it'll make you feel bad about it, right? So what I'm saying is, these things that you want to happen aren't actually going to help you in healing. They're not actually going to give you closure. They're not the answers to the problems. All right. And it's like, you can't see it when you're in the fog. When you're in the fog, when you're in that dark place, you can't see it. You don't realize. You think this thing, I don't know what it is in your personal circumstance, but it could be a range of things, right? You think this specific thing is going to fix everything. And you might be praying for it, meditating for it, and going through all these cycles. You know, I'm telling you that you just need to embrace what you've gone through. Embrace that the paths have split. I don't know if a fork in the road is the right expression, but like, the paths have split. All right, you've come to a point. The paths have split. The relationship is over, of whatever type of relationship it is, and it has to be that way. The ideas that you have to rekindle, the ideas that you have to get closure, even if you don't want them back, the way that you want to see them suffer, all of these things aren't going to provide you with the healing. Please press the like. Please like, share, and subscribe. The healing is going to come from within. All right. It's all about you getting to know yourself. You think you know yourself, but you lose yourself in the relationship. You think you know yourself very well. You think you have it all worked out, right? And I'm not saying that in a condescending way, but that's the way that you think you have it worked out, right? When you get further down the line and you realize how much you found yourself, how much you've changed, how much you've advanced in a myriad of ways in your life, and you realize that you're not that person that you see that was maybe pleading or begging or trying to reconcile, you think, no, like, you come so far away from that, and you're so grateful that these very things that you wanted didn't happen. You're glad that it didn't work out that way. And this is the thing. The narcissist knew you wanted these particular things. They put you in the vulnerable position to make you like that, to want something. Okay, for example, even if you're wishing their downfall, you want to see their downfall, you're checking their social media, you want to see their downfall, you're not seeing it. I'm trying to say that they're deliberately trying to antagonize you, make you vengeful, make you revengeful, make you have negative vibrations and things like that. You don't need to be in that frequency. You know, you don't need to be in that frequency of negativity and stuff. It's all about inner soul searching, finding yourself, letting go, knowing the relationship's over, just not trying to bridge the gap, just letting it go, okay, and going in the other direction. They've gone in the other direction, all right? You go in the other direction, all right? I made a video about when a narcissist walks out your life, you know, it's their loss. You can check that out. It was earlier on, if you would like to. But this is the thing, you know, they gone in their own direction. You you think you want these things. You think you want to see them in a new supply and some bust up. Like a lot of the times they cling to these new supplies. All right, like out of desperation. They can't be alone. You know, friendships, romantic relationships, whatever. Right? They can't be alone. They need constant. Even if it's a dead supply, they need not a dead supply. That's a bad expression, but sorry. Even if it's like a dusty supply, they'll cling to it to create an image or something like that. This is what they'll do. All right, but out of desperation, because they see. The thing is, they are going downhill. When you know a narcissist is all image, you can't believe what they're displaying on the surface. None of you can believe what they're displaying on the surface. So I know you think that you need certain things to feel healed, but it's going to come in a way that you don't expect it. All right? I'm sure of it. It doesn't happen overnight, okay? But I have seen people that it's happened quick for them. Like, and I've spoken to people where it's happened quick for them, where they've had a change around and things like that. But it's not a race, It's just about taking your time, detaching, accepting it's done with, okay? Like, even the hurt that they've done, the betrayal, all of that, like, when you have in your heart that, like, they've gone against God or they've gone against the universe first, that they're negative people, you're not really too bothered about it. You'll get to that place. You're not really too bothered because it's expected from people like that, and we just have to take the teaching from everything. We can sometimes repeat the same mistakes over and over again. Okay, even chosen ones, empaths, real ones, authentic souls, to make the same mistakes over and over again. But at least we're learning. Our comprehension's getting greater. They make the same mistakes, and even if a chosen one, empath, or genuine soul makes the same mistake, they can have a heartfelt moment. They can feel bad. They can go through different things, right? The narcissist isn't like this. When they make mistakes, they're digging themselves a grave. They're going deeper and deeper. They go into nowhere. Okay, don't believe no image. All right, so there's a variety of things that you might necessarily think. I've tried to touch on a few. If there's any I've missed out, put it in the comment section. I'll try to get back to you. But what are the things that you feel like you need to be healed? You see what I mean? Put it in the comment section. Those of you that are unsure, maybe I can add my 2 cents. Honestly, it's like sometimes you need someone to tell you that it's over. Okay, like this person's not important. I don't know why. When you discover that they're not the be all end all. All right, and what you become. I know you might not see it now, but what you become, you realize they're not the be all end all. All right, and it doesn't matter what type of relationship this is. I know family, you can't really, when you're born into if you're born into a family, or you have a family that you're adopted by, or an orphan or whatever, but you have your family, it's hard to replace those people, but you can't really pick those people because you were born into it, sort of thing, right? Or you grew up in that dynamic. But the rest of the people, and they may, you may have been in such a dysfunctional family unit, you want nothing to do with them. But I'm just saying, with people, they come and go, right? You can't get too attached to people. They come and go. People ain't putting in the same effort you're putting in. It's like, nah, there's no time for that. All right? They're not even meeting you halfway. They're not even meeting you halfway a lot of the times. And this is what puts you in such a vulnerable state. And it's like, you'll be calling out to God, you'll be calling out to the universe, please let this happen, please let this happen. And it's just not good for you. All right. Sometimes there's things that that we think are bad for us and they're good for us, and sometimes you think there's things that are good for us and they're bad for us. I think I said that right. Yeah. Sometimes there's things that are good for us that are bad for us, and sometimes there's things that are bad for us that are good for us. Right. That it's just we haven't got our comprehension is always growing every day. Okay. And from this experience you've gone through, you are gonna rise levels above. I promise you're going to rise levels above. So if there's anything you want to touch on what you think you need to be healed, like, is it you need to see their relationship fall apart if they were the new supply? Is it you feel you need to see them suffer? It's like no one needs to be in that mindset of seeing it. You've got to have a knowing that is the direction they're going. Look at them as someone who's like a lost soul, right? A lost soul isn't connected to themselves. They're gonna go in a trail of destruction. They're miserable. They don't feel happy of the same things, like simple things in life. It's all about destruction and chaos and supply. It's like they're never gonna be fulfilled. All right, they're a bucket with holes in it. They're never gonna be fulfilled. So there's no qualms about, like, you've got to focus on what you've, like, things that have happened. I don't think you're counting your wins. You've got to see your wins. Like, there's a lot of wins that you have. Yeah, they may have cheated if a romantic relationship. Yeah, they may have stole from you or financially abused you in romantic relationships, like whatever. But there's a lot of wins that are subtle wins, major wins that you have that are really grating on them. So anyway, thanks for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you'd like to. I'm now available 24 hours across all time zones. You can also request custom videos. All video requests are processed in 24 hours. You're welcome to donate or support to the channel if you like to. My podcast is now on Spotify. Check out the spiritual channel for more content. All links you need in the description box below. I'll be back on another video soon. Peace.